Hello and welcome to 5 for the Future for the week of December 4th. This week I'm coming to you on location from my aunt's house in Colorado because not even a trip to visit my aunt interferes with my passion for getting the news of the future out to you, my 5 for the Future fans. As always, thanks for joining me for this video summary of my weekly paid newsletter that shares 5 top signals of change that you need to know about in order to future-proof your small business. I'm glad you're here with me this week. And this week we have a theme for all of our topics, and the theme for this week is buzzwords. Ready to get started? Let's start with our story number 1, retail sales buzzwords. Zero consumers and choiceful choices? Zero consumers are omnichannel shoppers. In other words, they buy both online and in stores, meaning they are phygital. Yay, another buzzword. They are not brand loyal, but sometimes they are. They spend, but they save. I guess they net out to zero. And apparently, zero consumers are being choiceful when they decide that they are sometimes looking for high-end products and sometimes not. Sometimes loyal to the same brand, sometimes not. What does all this mean? Well, COVID changed buying habits, and they're not likely going back to pre-pandemic times. Think about what that might mean to your business and your customers. Are they choiceful? Do they make purchase decisions that are both physical and digital or phygital? What will make them choose you? All right, moving on to story number 2, a 2021 buzzword that is losing its popularity these days, SPACs, or Special Purpose Acquisition Companies, the supposedly quick and easy way to take your company public by being acquired by a SPAC that just went public before it acquired you. They were super popular in 2021 and 2022, but now that we know that they really don't work, they're fading away. In other financial news relevant to small business owners, while there is some concern about high interest rates, inflation, and a limited labor pool, it appears that we aren't likely to enter a recession anytime soon. And moving forward, innovative companies are not going to need as much VC funding or people, because AI will enable more tasks to replace the people, and therefore you won't need as much funding. My take of all this, I was never a fan of SPACs. It kind of felt like cheating to me. And as far as small businesses and the economy, it's more about how things look for your business personally and less about what you see in the news. And with that, let's move on to story number 3, FOMO, FOFU, and FOBO. What the heck? These are all AI related. FOMO, perhaps you know already, fear of missing out. In this case, missing out of the amazing revolutionary AI tools that can transform your business, maybe. FOFU is fear of failing utterly, meaning not taking advantage of AI while all those around you do. And FOBO, that is fear of becoming obsolete, where AI replaces you completely. Nearly 1/4 believe AI will take over their jobs completely. And just over half of Americans are more concerned than excited about AI. Bill Gates is more optimistic, predicting that AI will replace our smartphones and take on the roles of personal assistant, therapist, travel agent, and constant companion. But a warning, AI can only learn if the technology has data to learn from, and is predicted to run out of fresh data by 2026. What happens then? As the article in Futuristic suggests, one option is mass human content farms to feed the endless data thirst of our robot overlords. And another option, large companies with private data might be able to sell that data to the robot overlords. Where do you fall on the AI buzzword spectrum? FOMO, FOFU, FOBO, or fear less? In my opinion, small business owners should be using AI tools now to make their busy lives easier and free up time to think about the longer-term impacts AI will have on their business and their customers. And moving on to story number 4, ineffective altruists, doomers, and accelerationists. What now? Let's explore this further. And yes, this is all connected to AI as well. I assume that you at least heard the big news about Sam Altman, the CEO of top AI firm OpenAI that created ChatGPT. The board voted him out, Microsoft hired him, and then OpenAI hired him back. Part of the controversy with all that relates to the concept of effective altruism, the concept of trying to help others as best as possible, including trying to keep AI from destroying the world. But if you do that poorly, as some feared Sam Altman was doing, then that is clearly ineffective altruism. AI has led many to consider the 2 paths that could result from AI becoming more and more capable. One path leads to dystopia, and the doomers believe this is the path we are on. The other path is the path of the effective accelerationists who believe that AI will solve all their problems and create a utopia where no one has to work and no one gets sick. What does the evidence show? Well, on one side, AI has helped banks better detect fraud and make more money. It can help detect problems, potentially steer us on the right path and solve some major issues. But on the other hand, swarms of killer robots are no longer just a Black Mirror episode, but an actual real thing. So, where are you? An altruist, a doomer, or an accelerationist? My thoughts? The concept of slaughter bots or killer drones, which I learned about from a future thinking class I took several years ago, are now a reality. But we aren't any closer to finding ways to manage this technology. Perhaps we should all be using our voices to promote the importance of understanding and controlling technology before it controls us. And that is your dystopian message for the week. And our final story, story number 5, mega trends. What are the big consulting firms worried about these days? What are they predicting? Well, let's start with the top global risks coming up in the future. The experts are no longer all too concerned about global pandemics, which have moved from the top of the list in 2020, surprise, down to number 9 this year. So what are they concerned about? Their number 1 risk, climate change. Number 2, cybersecurity. Number 3, geopolitical instability. Number 4, risks related to AI and data. See my last topic. And number 5, energy risks. Other top issues include natural resources, financial stability, social tensions, pandemics, and macroeconomic risks. Kind of vague in my opinion. Moving on, other experts have listed out some mega trends to be aware of if you are mapping out your company plan for the next 75 years or so. China's workforce in the future can be predicted by the current lack of babies right now. Global temperatures are on the rise and may not come back down. Over 2/3 of the world's population will be living in cities by 2050. And the standard number of transistors on a computer chip may be as high as 1 trillion by 2030. What's the purpose of making mega trend predictions? If you're a giant consulting company, then the purpose is to make boatloads of money by having big corporations hire you to make big predictions that no one will do anything with. If you're a fractional futurist like me, it's an interesting and thought-provoking way to help imagine what the future might look like. And if you're a small business owner, perhaps it can point you in the direction of the most favorable future for your business. And finally today, one bonus story for you to lighten the dystopian mood and welcome the holiday season. Are you looking for a great gift idea for friends or family? Then hop onto the merch site for national convenience store chain 7-Eleven to see their collection of festive apparel and gifts, including 7-Eleven pajamas, Slurpee holiday sweaters, oh thank heaven ceramic mugs, or even 7-Eleven wrapping paper. Maybe it's time for you to create some merchandise for your business. I'd love to see small business pride expressed with logoed water guns for your water jet cutting business, multiple types of bookmarks to promote your knowledge management consulting business, or maybe thinking caps like winter hats for your futures thinking business. It's time to be creative and find new ways to make money. And that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm so grateful you took the time to watch and support these videos, my little passion project that will hopefully help more and more small business owners prepare for the future. So please spread the word, and thanks for watching. Have a great week.